Well, good morning. Well, I thought I'd show you my princess castle. You didn't think I had a princess castle, did you? No, well, we got one in the garden, and we've inherited a pond, look, with some rather large fish. I don't know if you can see the big one swimming around the back. There it is, look, beautiful. Where are we, Christelle?
We're in South Wales.
Oh, we've travelled to the promised land.
Yes, the
Oh,
land
yeah.
of my fathers.
Land of my fathers. Land of my fathers. And why are we here?
We're here to visit our beautiful daughter, son-in-law and granddaughter, Becky, Will and Destiny,
Uh-huh.
for the arrival of our new grandchild.
Oh, it's all happening. So, hello.
Hello.
Hello. This is good. Hey?
Yeah.
Yay, very good. So how are things going then?
Yeah, very good. We've been busy. So as most people know, I'm 37 weeks pregnant this week.
Uh-huh.
So we've had a bit of a roller coaster, as everybody knows. We've been in lockdown. Poor Destiny's been homeschooled for like 4 months, which we've had enough of now, and we did. Yeah. But yeah, things have been going well. Will's worked every day throughout the lockdown, haven't you?
Yeah, and I haven't caught it still, so that's good.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You had a negative test last week, didn't you?
Yeah, and I'm having a test every week now for the upcoming future, really, until further notice, which is good. It's finally in place, which puts our minds at ease a bit. So then as soon as I know I got it, I can isolate and do whatever then. But I'm sure I won't get it.
No.
No.
Yeah, I hope not.
No.
But yeah, so things have been going well. So we just thought we'd share a few thoughts we've had. So yeah, so I want to read from Ephesians 3 verse 14 to 19. So this is the Message version. And it says, my response is to get down on my knees before the Father, this magnificent Father who parcels out all heaven and earth. I ask him to strengthen you by his Spirit, not a brute strength, but a glorious inner strength, that Christ will live in you as you open the door and invite him in. And I ask him that both feet be planted firmly on love. You'll be able to take in, with all followers of Jesus, the extravagant dimensions of Christ's love. Reach out and experience the breadth. Test its length. Plumb the depths. Rise to the heights. Live full lives, full in the fullness of God. God can do anything, you know, far more than you can ever imagine or guess or request in your wildest dreams. He does it not by pushing us around, but by working within us, his Spirit deeply and gently within us. And we've evidenced that this week, haven't we? So just like a little story. So last Thursday I went into the hospital with just reduced movements. This baby's really active. Will was on a night shift in work and there was just no movements. And I thought, something's not right here. So Will came home from work, went to the hospital. Turned out everything was fine, baby was fine. And then midwives discovered baby was breech. So if you don't know what that means, basically the bum's in the wrong place. And anyway, so it was okay. So consultant said to me, you can either book in for baby to be manually moved around, or you can just elect for a C-section. And I've always said that don't want that to happen. So it was okay. So came home then early hours on Friday morning when and it was a bit like, and I was quite upset. It was like, I don't want this to happen. So it was just trusting really in God, like, right, what do we do? So I booked in then for baby to be manually moved for the Monday morning. Turned up at the hospital 9 o'clock in the morning. Poor Will had to sit in the car park for 2.5 hours. I wasn't allowed to come in. And then so basically then they go through, check, yeah, baby's still in the same position. We'll have to go ahead. So go through all the talks. So in the morning I'd had this verse, God can do anything, more than you can ask, imagine, think. And I was like, yeah, God can do anything. He can do anything, anything. But I'd had a piece. It was like, whatever happens, happens. If I got to go in to theatre, that's fine. We were prepared for anything, weren't we? So the consultant comes in, yeah, baby's still breech. So then she was like, right, you just need to do a few things. I just want baby to wriggle around a little bit. So she had me in this really silly position for like 10 minutes. And then it was like, right, okay, let's scan to see where they are. And they were, oh, right, what? Baby's moved. They're in a perfect position. They're fine. Everything's fine. And I was, oh, wow, okay. So what does that mean? It's like, oh, well, we'll just have a cup of tea and toast now and come back. We'll check they haven't moved again. And surely enough, they left me for an hour, and baby's in perfect position, and so that's it, all sorted. And I just thought, wow. And we were talking in the car then on the way, and I was like, do you know what, sometimes we forget how good God is. Like, and when, like, he's always faithful, even sometimes when we're not. So that's just a little thing really there. So everything's fine. I was told I have to stay standing up as much as I can, which is very difficult.
She keeps moaning to me about it.
So yeah, just a sheer thought, God is always good, no matter what. So yeah.
Very good.
There we go. Well, in fact, that scripture she actually chose is part of my thing that I want to share today. And just been on a massive transition myself, you know, spiritually and everything. And always remaining at the centre of it all, just Christ, you know what I mean? Centre of it all, just love. And so I've just been meditating on a lot, even for the past 2 years in the season of whatever I'm going through. It says, be still and know. And that knowing in the Hebrew is knowing that passes understanding. So it goes beyond your understanding, something that words cannot describe or give, you just know. And this was a verse that came to me when Dad threw on me this morning that he wanted us to share something, as he does, you know. But yeah, so this is the Message version, and you can find this in Colossians 2. And it says, I want you woven in a tapestry of love, in touch with everything there is to know of God. Then you will have minds confident and at rest, focused on Christ, God's great mystery. And I don't know how much you know or know about the Hebrew version of it all, but to be still is literally the Hebrew. It means to be woven into this tapestry. And so yeah, and then to go on, then it says, this is the verse from Ephesians, which is the same one as what Beck just said, really. So God's great mystery. So what is the mystery? That with both feet planted firmly in love, you'll be able to take with all the followers of Jesus the extravagant dimensions of Christ's love. Reach out and experience the breadths and test its lengths. Plumb to the depths, rise to the heights, live full lives, full in the fullness of God. And that's what it was. Jesus came for the unfolding and the mysteries of love that was originally in the garden. And that's what we're coming back to. That's what I believe I'm coming back to, is the place in the garden. And as you can see, we haven't inherited. God has given us this beautiful house that I thought was totally out of our area range. And as soon as we we just fell in love with it. And it all just fell into place. And
Back to the garden.
we've just gone back to the garden, you know, back to the place of intimacy, back to the place of love, you know, and really seeking his insight and direction.
Excellent. Really good. Oh, thank you for sharing. That's
okay.
really good. Okay, Destiny, you going to say something?
She normally isn't this quiet.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for sharing this morning. I'm
Yeah.
sorry I dropped on you.
No, it's
That's all
fine.
right. That's no problem.
Okay.
Bye.
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 There we are.